This one email made me $123,898, and it wasn't even a promotional email. It was just a regular content email that I sent to my list using the #1 marketing secret weapon there is: storytelling. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly why this email worked so well line by line. If you want to get better at writing storytelling emails so you can sell without trying so hard to sell, make sure to check out my upcoming free workshop where I'll reveal my exact email story formula with you. You can scan this QR code to sign up for free or click the link in the description box below to save your seat right now. Now, this particular email was sent to my list back on November 3rd, 2024. So about exactly 11 months ago from the date this video is published. And it wasn't directly selling anything at all. In other words, it wasn't part of a launch or a promotional campaign or even written as a sales email. I send 3 content emails to my list every single week where the goal is to simply connect with my audience, build trust, and deliver real value. And as any good marketer will tell you, trust is an essential prerequisite to making any sale, and one of the best ways to build trust in your emails, yes, you already knew this was coming, storytelling. Stories are memorable, they're relatable, they make what you're saying more believable and more persuasive. And I mean, who doesn't love a good story? We all love hearing a good story. Even if our readers don't buy from us right away, immediately after reading that storytelling email, if you can engage them with a great story, they will keep coming back and read more of your emails and then are therefore way more likely to become a customer later when you are in fact running a promotion or sending sales emails. And that, by the way, is exactly how this email helped me generate so much revenue over the last 11 months. The people who engaged with this email, aka they clicked a link in this email, have gone on to spend a total of $123,898 with me. Now, only 402 people actually clicked the link in that email. That means my value per engaged lead for this email was over $548. That is crazy when you consider what the average lead value is in email. So whether they purchase something from me like immediately upon clicking, or the next day, or 2 weeks later, or 2 months later, or last week up until the date of recording this video and taking that screenshot, this email was a significant touch point in their customer journey. And that just goes to show the importance of sending these seemingly unimportant storytelling content emails that might have like a lower click-through rate, but trust me, people are watching. So many business owners and marketers underestimate the power of staying connected with their list in between promotions. But as my friend Amy Porterfield says, the success of any launch or promotion is directly tied to what you send them in between. So with that out of the way, let's look at the email in question, shall we? Starting with the subject line, Posse Fest is coming back. Now, the email then goes on to say, if I'm being honest, first name, I was not 100% sure if there would be a Posse Fest round 2. Okay, so right off the bat, you can see that I'm starting this email with a bit of a story, a little bit of curiosity, right? I already said in the subject line that Posse Fest is coming back, but now I've started with like, but I'm not really sure it was going to. And that immediately implies that I'm about to spill the tea. And again, who doesn't love a cup of piping hot tea? Do people still say that? Anyway, you know where I'm going with this. And then I go on to say, I spent months planning this event, lining up world-class speakers, reaching out to sponsors, finding the perfect venue, coming up with memorable and valuable experiences, the surprises, the goodie bags, the DJ, the performances, the after party, stressing over every tiny detail. It was a lot. Not to mention the months of promoting the event, all while trying to keep the rest of my business going and battling my inner imposter syndrome. All right, so that section there was really doing 2 things. First, I'm recapping how awesome the event was and making people who missed out feel some major FOMO, because it actually was so amazing and such a great event. And then number 2, I'm doing it in a way that's really relatable and doesn't try to feel like I'm just bragging, right? Because obviously the event was incredible, but I was also so stressed and did have a lot of imposter syndrome, which I think is really relatable to my audience, anyone who is, trying to build a business. I go on to say, in the weeks leading up to Posse Fest, I told myself I was not going to do it again next year. I say, we'll just have one epic Posse Fest live, and too bad for the people who missed it, I told myself. myself. So here I'm sort of indirectly calling out the reader like, hey, you missed it. Too bad, so sad. But again, I'm doing it in a way that is like more discreet. I'm not guilting them into not coming or shaming them for not being there in any way. I'm just being 100% honest. Like, I don't want to do this again. Until Posse Fest happened. Now I want to relive it every single day. Posse Fest was one of the greatest experiences of my entire life, right behind my wedding, of course. It truly changed me, and I'm not the only one who thinks so. And then you can see I added in a huge collection of comments and DMs and messages that I had received from people who attended Posse Fest Live, saying it was like the most amazing event ever. And of course, this is a great way to showcase social proof, boost credibility, and yes, dish out a little bit more extra FOMO. I say I feel exhausted, inspired, connected, tender, grateful, and my heart is overflowing with love for this rad community. And there is one thing I am absolutely 100% sure of. Posse Fest will be back. Okay, so now I'm sort of changing the pace of this email a little bit, right? The email started really vulnerable, relatable, real. I'm giving them a glimpse into my own inner doubts and the struggles, I have as a business owner and a new event planner. But now we've sort of turned a corner and you can feel the excitement and momentum really starting to build up. So that's sort of that pivot moment in the email. Now, have you noticed anything weird about this email? There has not been a single CTA in this entire email yet. So you're probably starting to wonder, wait, how did this email make her any money? Well, let's keep reading. I go on to say, well, the process of planning Posse Fest was a roller coaster, to put it lightly. I'm so glad I stepped out of my comfort zone and had the bravery to spark my vision into existence. Ooh, that actually gives me goosebumps. I honestly can't wait to do it again. Plus, next time it'll be a piece of cake. Right? So if you missed Posse Fest Live 2024, or you're like me and already can't wait for Posse Fest round 2, get on the waitlist for next time. We haven't discussed dates yet. First, I'm going to enjoy my vacay. Hi from Mexico. But when you join the waitlist, you'll be the first to know. Boom. There it is, the first of 2 CTAs in this email, and it's not even going to a page that's going to make me any money right now because it's simply a sign up for a waitlist page. But I'm not done just yet. I say, I better see you there, name. So grateful for you. And then I sign off the email. And then of course I add a PS. Make sure you don't miss my next live event happening in 2 weeks. This one will be virtual. Aha! There it is. This is where the real magic happens. This is actually the point of the entire email. I mean, of course, I wanted to recap Posse Fest, but I really wanted them to sign up for my virtual event, which was happening 2 weeks later. So this entire email was just one big story, one big invitation to this call to action, which is so subtle, so chill, almost missable. Now, again, I know what you're thinking, but Alex, you waited until the very end of a super long storytelling email to share the offer. Aren't you leaving a lot of money on the table? Shouldn't your CTA be higher up in the email so more people see it and more people click it? Wouldn't have that made you more money? Well, my friend, I hear you, I understand you, I get you. And the answer is, not surprisingly, well, not always, right? Look, the data doesn't lie. This email worked. And it's probably pretty obvious that this was not the only email I sent to my list about this virtual event. Of course, I sent others. In fact, I ran an entire campaign to specifically promote this virtual event. Some of those emails were very short. Some of them were a little bit longer. Some of them told a story. Some were straight to the point. Yet this email, this long email with a CTA at the bottom, had the biggest impact and contributed most to my sales over time. Why is that? Because storytelling works. Sure, not every single person on my list would have read this email, and only 400 of them clicked that CTA. But the people who did read it, the people who were committed to reading that entire email right until the very last word, those are my highly engaged readers, and they are way more likely to buy from me later. So by taking the time to write this quote unquote long and pointless email, right, that told them a story, helped them relate to me, and played up some serious FOMO without being like all in your face about it, I was actually doing something so freaking important. I was building that know, like, and trust factor, right? I talked about imposter syndrome. I talked about my wedding. I talked about my vacation. I was helping them move one step closer to making a purchase with me. I was guiding them, making them feel safe, making them feel seen, making them feel understood, making them feel like they are more than just another subscriber on my email list. And that, my friends, is why storytelling emails are so freaking important. It's not because they are the best and the easiest and the fastest way to promote an offer to your list and make money boom that day. It's because of what you do in between those promotions that really freaking matters the most. So if you are not sending human to human storytelling and trust building emails to your list outside of promotions, launches, and sales campaigns, then let me make this really easy for you to get started. In my upcoming free workshop, I will share with you my exact email storytelling formula. You'll walk away with endless story ideas, prompts, and questions to help you extract great stories from your everyday life to tell your list. And then I'll help you with the hardest part of all. This is the thing that everyone sort of like panics about, right? How do you connect the story to the point of your email in a way that flows, feels natural, and makes sense without that like cringy, awkward pivot, right? So you can scan this QR code to sign up for free or click the link in the description box below. And I cannot wait to see you there. I will see you next week with a brand new video. Until then, I'm Alex. Ciao for now. Before you go, if you like that video, make sure to check out this one next. This one email made me $35,342, and it wasn't even a sales email. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly why this email worked line by line. So if you want to get better at writing emails that sell, this is for you. Keep watching.